wonderful day. I'm thinking big, I'm thinking bright. Everything's gonna be alright.
伊斯坦堡係一座流浪貓城，貓呢度有，呢度又有，呢度仲有。之前就有一隻貓走入凍肉鋪嘅短片喺網上面瘋傳，見到啲貓幾咁親民。究竟點解伊斯坦堡會有咁多貓呢？貓又係唔係萬千寵愛在一身呢？佢就答到我哋啦。Hilary 係着坑卡居流浪貓義工組織嘅創辦人，而家屋企蓮花園養咗60隻貓。佢本身嚟自倫敦，12年前嚟到伊斯坦堡，因為拯救流浪貓而毅然留低。
I don't know if it's because people genuinely don't see the animals or just can't be bothered with them. I can't figure it out. But when I see a sick animal, I have to go over and help. I can't just walk by. And it makes me so happy to see them thriving and being loved and cared for. We've saved thousands of animals, absolutely. And by spaying and neutering, probably millions.
Hilary 指出，土耳其人信奉伊斯蘭教，可蘭經入邊有教人對貓要好啲。
Cats are mentioned in the Quran. Muhammad had a cat, and when the cat was asleep on his sleeve, he cut his sleeve off his jacket so that he wouldn't disturb her. Those are lovely stories.
但講到點解伊斯坦堡會有咁多貓，佢話個原因就一啲都唔浪漫。
Because there's no culture for spaying and neutering. TNR, trap, neuter, return, is a concept that just doesn't seem to exist here. It's a nice area for the animals. People constantly dump kittens and cats here.
Everything's gonna be alright. It's good to be alive. Oh, what a wonderful day.
I think it's a beautifully shot picture postcard, a utopian Istanbul that doesn't exist in reality. Because the reality is that these animals are abused, they are homeless. It's a small percentage of these animals that have homes. And yeah, they're very cute kittens in the film. But what's going to happen to those kittens? Hey. And a lot of people take them when they're cute like this, and then when they grow up, hey puss, then they're not so cute anymore, and they can't be bothered with them, so they dump them on the street. And by that point, they don't have the survival skills.
所以 Hilary 就同朋友成立咗義工組織，照顧流浪貓，喺街上起貓屋。最近仲夾手夾腳起咗個貓公園，專門照顧有需要嘅小貓。
This is the pet park. Come in. There are two kittens outside. The municipality provided the structures and the land. Anything above that, we've all done ourselves. It's a wonderful place for the animals. And her colleague Levin also works so hard because it's a full-time job, just making sure that everything is clean, that the animals are fed, that they're healthy, all of that. The people that look after the animals don't tend to take holidays either because we're always concerned about the animals. You'll never find a wealthy animal rescuer, and if you do, there's something wrong. Because we spend all our money on vet bills and cat food and dog food, and our clothes all have holes in them. When you know that you've helped an animal that would otherwise have been in pain, could have died, homeless, now has a wonderful home, it really does bring tears to our eyes because you make a difference. We can't change the politicians, we can't change the wars. But one by one, we can change the lives of these animals. That keeps us going on. The fact that we can make a difference and make the world a better place.
It is 1,000 per mil handmade, actually. Our product handmade from start to finish, and we don't make these by hand because it's more romantic or because, the sweat makes it more expensive. No, we make it handmade because it adds in a hardness and it adds in thickness when you make it by hand.
呢個牌子叫 Soil Turkey， 發跡自土耳其伊斯坦堡嘅古城區。9年前，阿 Mia 創立咗一間細細嘅銅像工作室。佢愛銅，愛到居然連考到外交官都唔做。
So no, I didn't become a diplomat because I did all the exams. I even went to the oral exam. Results were proclaimed. They called me, they say, you have been chosen, and I said, no, I have decided what I'm gonna do in my life. I'm gonna be a coppersmith.
呢種咖啡壺係為土耳其咖啡而設，喺伊斯坦堡隨處可見，但係其實好多都係金玉其外㗎。
This is a normal market jazza. It's very thin, plus it's very, very soft. You see how I can actually, if I wanted, I can totally break this. And if I take a soy jazva, for example, and I hit them to each other, see what happens here. You have a big dent. We are used to work with very thin thicknesses, not 1 millimeter would be our maximum. And soy starts at 1.5 millimeter. So you see that have a completely different focus. We have hard work from the start. All of the parts are hard. Spinning, for example, is really hard. It takes you between 8 to 12 years to become an average spinner and 20 years to become a very good spinner. Hammering is very, very hard. It's a lot of physical constraint, and especially if you're shaping by hammer, like this fish kettle here, hammering exactly on that same millimeter, so this is also taking maybe 5 to 7 years to learn. Then polishing is dangerous. You've seen us with the polishing machines. They are 16 horsepower. They are very strong. And if ever we get a handle stuck in them, so they try to take the piece away from you at 200 an hour and stab you, and you can die.
另一原因加重做銅嘅難度係手做。
Yes, it's really difficult. I mean, we make everything by hand. We don't make things by hand because it's more romantic or because people love, handmade things. No. We have none of this. We want to make the best product, and the way to harden this product, the way to make sure that it has the most thickness, to make sure that it's the most conductive pot, is to make it by hand. So there is no other way to have a product this quality. We have to make it by hand.
So it's so hard to make it. Then why are you still doing this?
Because someone has to make it. Someone has to make this. This product doesn't exist in the world. The world needs this product, and someone has to make it. There is no other way.
就係咁，佢憑住手做銅器，慢慢做出成績嚟，由咖啡壺做到各式嘅廚具。而家喺全世界47個國家都有得賣，多個國家嘅皇室都特別訂製，證明咧，只要配一份持之以恆嘅熱情，就會好似每一個做好嘅銅器咁，閃閃發亮。土耳其咖啡係全世界最古老嘅咖啡烹調方法。嚟到土耳其嘅伊斯坦堡，見到周街都係咖啡店。究竟呢一種咖啡嘅真正傳統係點嘅呢？我哋就揾咗佢嚟帶路，解構4個你唔可以唔知嘅冷知識。
Depends on the day, but mostly like 5 to 10 cups. I like coffee a lot. Yeah, it's more than a job for me. It's more like a passion.
土耳其咖啡最大唔同係在於烹調方法。煮咖啡嘅器具係一個叫做啡嘅長柄咖啡壺，將水、咖啡粉同糖一齊放入去煮。
It's the oldest preparation method. The other methods, like espresso, filter coffee, or whatever it is, you separate the coffee grounds and also liquid. Turkish coffee, you serve coffee with ground. This is the main difference. some areas in Turkey, they put some spices like cardamom, and you can prepare and make your Turkish coffee with it.
當你喺 cafe 飲土耳其咖啡嗰陣，往往會附上一杯清水。究竟杯水係有咩用嘅呢？原來歷史上係有段古嘅。
According to legend, when the emperors, before drinking Turkish coffee, they took some of from the coffee and put into water. If water changed the color, the coffee has a poison. That's why they had this water during Ottoman Empire. And now we're just cleaning our mouth before drinking and after drinking Turkish coffee.
土耳其咖啡唔只係用嚟飲，其實仲有特殊用途㗎。
We do fortune telling after you drink your Turkish coffee. You turn it back and you wait until it gets cool. Try to read your fortune, let's say. We have this tradition.
不過咖啡近年都有世代論。Nathan 解釋，老人家鍾意飲傳統嘅土耳其咖啡，年輕人呢就嫌咖啡豆品質太差，轉咗去飲精品咖啡。
Mostly the Turkish coffee you can find in the market is like Brazil and low grade and super cheap. After Second World War, we got used to drink that kind of coffee, that type of coffee. So that should be the taste of Turkish coffee. So if you try, mostly people wouldn't like it.
不過土耳其咖啡又唔係間間都劣質嘅，想知邊間好就跟住 Nathan 啦。
So on my right side, it's one of the oldest Turkish coffee brands, maybe the most famous one worldwide. Every day there's this line, people are buying ground Turkish coffee.
Always, every day I buy 10 kilo, 20 kilo.
It's a great smell to it and we thought we buy it. Mehmet Efendi is a very, very old mark in Turkey and make good coffee.
雖然市內嘅超市都有賣呢個牌子嘅咖啡粉，但 Nathan 話嚟總店買新鮮又平20%左右，唔買又點對得住自己啊？
When I come home at the end of the day with my hat and my heart in hand. When I come home at the end of the day, just promise me we'll be alright.
Ogi Burak, Polo po Hai, Hong Kong人。
我係 Jonnie， 我嫁過嚟伊斯坦堡已經3年啦。之前有開網店同埋湊下小朋友，咁而家就學緊土耳其文。土耳其男人係中意亞洲女仔多啲，因為土耳其女人係比較強勢嘅，即係比較大女人嘅。咁對於佢哋嚟講，佢哋會覺得亞洲女仔比較乖啊。同埋佢哋好中意亞洲人嗰對眼，因為長。3年前我點解會過嚟？咁第一就係因為我要嫁俾我老公啦。二嚟我覺得當時香港個政治環境，我覺得唔再適合我喺香港度生活啦。好似覺得而家香港冇之前咁自由啦。咁始終50年不變，我唔知道，即係其實而家都變咗好多。呢度生活就係住屋方面有一定嘅水平咯，即係有一定嘅空間，而且樓下有個公園啊什麼城，咁所以其實我覺得淨係呢一方面都已經好過香港咯。全間屋我最滿意嘅就係廚房咯，呢度嘅廚房夠大，咁但係如果喺香港嘅話，個廚房真係入去6個公仔麵就真係想出翻嚟嘅真係。2房1廳大概200萬港紙左右啦，其實真係平好多。我屋企喺香港都係2房1廳，但係都冇咁大。呢度個人好藝術性嘅，我覺得佢哋又有好多五顏六色嘅嘢，當然啦，土耳其燈啊嗰啲又係五顏六色咁樣，或者係一啲瓷磚啊，有好多顏色啊、花紋啊，嗰啲又好傳統得嚟，佢哋又會將佢變成一種好 modern 嘅藝術啦。二嚟食物種類方面都有好多嘅，咁佢哋其實都叫做地中海風味咁樣啦。 咁所以佢哋好多唔同食物啦，二嚟佢哋又中意食甜嘢，所以好多不同種類嘅甜品啦。只不過呢度會比較休閒過喺香港咯，香港就淨係做嘢，跟住之後翻屋企就係瞓覺嘅啫。但係中間就冇乜點樣去真係享受生活。因為呢度係伊斯蘭教，咁佢哋好多清真寺，咁佢哋清真寺咧，每一到一個時間咧，佢哋就會開始用喇叭祈禱，一日5次啦。咁連埋凌晨嘅，其實朝頭早4、5點咁樣，即係你喺度瞓緊覺，跟住突然之間有人喺度嘈醒你咁樣樣，即係習慣咗就會 OK 咯。即係可能佢哋第一印象都會係咁樣樣啦，即係都係覺得啊，好似都係中東一個國家咁樣樣，咁而且又係信伊斯蘭教嘅，咁佢哋都會比較擔心，即係會唔會係要包住個頭㗎？係咪個個都包住個頭又要你信伊斯蘭教㗎咁樣樣？但係喺佢哋見到我先生之後，都會覺得哦，原來其實都唔係咁樣樣㗎喎，個印象，大家都比較接近。文化上好似有一定嘅差異，但係佢哋係亞洲同歐洲中間啦，咁所以佢哋個文化比較即係都有少少向我哋嗰邊，但係又有啲西化咁樣樣啦。當然都會比較擔心，因為新聞度成日都會播土耳其又打仗啊，同可能敍利亞又比較接近土耳其啊咁樣樣。講真嗰句，我又住喺伊斯坦堡啦，通常打仗嘅地方都係邊境啦，都好遠下啦，好安全咯。呢個地方其實好安全，冇乜嘢需要即係擔心啊，又好接近香港。最掛住香港嘅屋企人同埋朋友咯，同埋嘢食啦。因為始終人在外地唔會好似喺香港咁樣食到自己家鄉嘢食咯。值唔值得咧？咁冇話值唔值得嘅，但係唔會後悔咯，因為係自己做嘅決定嚟㗎嘛。既然做得呢個決定，咁我就唔會後悔。我都會覺得呢度係我屋企咯。其實我又冇話，即係既然我選擇得搬過嚟啦，咁我都真係會當呢度係屋企啦。
Leho! Are you interested with the pickle juice? Tea houses, cafe, and they eat fish sandwich. It's super delicious, it's super affordable. Don't try when it's closed.
嚟到土耳其嘅伊斯坦堡，自己行不如揾人帶啦。我哋今次請佢嚟帶路，目標好明確，食好嘢。
In Spice Market, mainly you can find 5 major products.
咩話？帶我哋行香料市集咁遊客 hea 咗啲喎。哦，嚇下你啫。其實我哋今日要去呢度。
So now we are in Kadıköy, on the Asian side of Istanbul, which is a super cool area. I mean, if someone asked me to associate somewhere else in a big city like New York, I would say this is the Brooklyn part of the city. It's amazing. Just look at here. There's a sign says, "Light rises from the east." It's a literal translation of the word Anatolia, which has been cradle of civilizations for a long time. And now we are on the Anatolian side of Istanbul, where there are different cultures, beliefs, and communities gathered in the same area.
喂，唔好咁多口水啦，肚餓㗎啦。
Now we're gonna visit Kadıköy Food Market. It's an amazing place. It's beautiful and rich. Let me introduce you what we are eating here. There are some street food samples I want to taste. First thing I want to introduce you, it's mussels. Start with the rice, cinnamon, onion, pine nut. And after they stop with the semi-cooked rice filling, it's closed and placed inside of the, look at this. It's an amazing thing. Look at the colors. it's addictive. It's dangerous. It's time to try deep-fried mussels. These mussels, after they line up in a wooden stick, dip in the flour, and then dip in the water, carbonated water, which keeps them puffy, and they simply deep fry. They simply serve with a sauce of garlic, breadcrumbs, vinegar, and little oil. It's delicious. I'm really good at eating. Goat cheese, meh. The cheese aged inside to that skin for 6 months. It's very sharp taste, but it's beautiful. The most popular fish in Turkey, mackerel, sea bream, sea bass, bonito. Have you seen grilled olives before? These are the grilled olives. We are the 4th largest olive producer in the world, and after Spain, Italy, and Greece, it makes us a big olive country.
Leho.
It's one of the landmarks here in the Kadıköy food market. They are here since 1935, which means 85 years they are selling pickles. Look at inside quickly. It's salty and vinegary place. Almost everything here is pickled. But when we say pickle in Turkey, the first thing comes to mind is cabbage. Then pepper, jalapeno, plums. Simply locals come. They come here and they ask them to fill up their glass with pickle juice. So now we are 3 of us saying, no, şerefe. Şerefe. Don't drink quickly, you're gonna get drunk otherwise.
Alcohol?
Salty. It's beets, pickle juice, cabbage, and little chili pepper, jalapeno. Because in the past they didn't have freezers. They had to fermentate or dry or pickle. We are heading to try something called tantuni. Personally, I call it Turkish taco. Come. Don't go for it. It's amazing thing. This is a tantuni. It's made out of the steak meat, diced, boiled, and deep fried or sauté. So he gets a piece of bread, like burrito-like, we call it lavash, cuts in a rectangular shape. He prepares the bread, he leaves over the meat, so gets all the steam and juice, gets softer, just like this. He adds some more flavor, tomato, parsley, wrap it up, and serve just like this with a delicious yogurt drink.
Kadıköy 嘅 Food Market 係一條直街，但估唔到有咁多嘢睇，行2個鐘都未行完，處處美食，食到超飽啊！眼睛嘴巴對土耳其加深咗好多認識，多謝地膽啊！
This is lokum. Okay. Gonna take one more.
This is Turkish delight. This is the best Turkish delights in the Turkey. This is from Hacı Bekir, I guess. That's right?
It's one of the best gifts that you can take from Istanbul.
土耳其人係出晒名鍾意食甜嘢，頭先大家讚不絕口嘅甜點係一種叫樂襟嘅軟糖。我哋今次特登拜訪咗發明土耳其軟糖嘅 Hacı Bekir， 佢已經開咗241年，跟足傳統百年如一日。一齊嚟睇下佢首頁做糖嘅故仔啦。
Hello, I'm Leyla Celalyan. I'm the 6th generation of Hacı Bekir Turkish Delights Company. This is the oldest candy and family business in Turkey. And this is our oldest shop here, the one my great-great-grandfather opened 2041 years ago. He used to cook the Turkish delight and sell it inside this shop. please. We are producing more than 20. We have the traditional ones with nuts and rose. We have the natural one. We have a new line of spices and fruits.
當其他人呢仲係用緊蜜糖同埋麵粉做軟糖，佢哋首創以下呢種方法，所以被世界譽為土耳其軟糖嘅始祖。
My great-grandfather was the first one to use 2 ingredients, cornstarch and refined sugar.
軟糖嘅主要材料有水、糖同埋玉米澱粉。佢形容用呢兩種材料先做到最原始、最天然嘅風味。
It shouldn't be hard, but it shouldn't be too soft either. When you bite it, you need to cut it with your teeth, but it should keep its consistency and softness as well.
做呢種糖嘅過程工序又多又繁複，無論係煮糖漿、晾乾定係切糖果，佢哋仍然沿用人手做，風味始終如一。
With the introductions of factories and like machines, it changed a bit, but we try to keep it as original as we can. We're not fully standardizing the process. Our cooks always follow the processes. They always taste it. For example, if we need to boil the paste for 20 minutes, we don't take it after 20 minutes. They try it, so it's always their last call to make if it's okay or if it's not.
Leila 形容最關鍵嘅工序係晾乾，過程冇得急，一般要等2日到1星期不等，視乎口味而定。慢慢天然咁樣晾乾，個味道口感先會咁好。Hilary 堅持咗200年，擁有5間嘅分店，經歷過高低起跌，見證咗時代嘅變遷。Leila 慨嘆手業係好難，但係都會堅持咁樣做落去。
Because it's a business, but it's also our family legacy. We are selling happiness here. No one comes here for like sad reasons or like an obligation. When people come here, people enter this shop to get happy, get happier. So that was always our motivation.